Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here with us today. We welcome you to the Ingram Micro Cloud Focus Day for Canada. We're here and we welcome the opportunity to be here with you today to share some best practices and our personal experiences in the technology world through a short, casual, relaxed conversation with one of our ZeroSpam premium partners, DaVinci Networks, who also makes up part of the Ingram Micro Canada partner ecosystem. So thank you so much, DaVinci Networks, for being here, and thank you, Ingram Micro Canada, for the opportunity to be here with you. My name is Louis Doré. I'm the Global Sales and Marketing Director for ZeroSpam, and my co-host with me is Vince Girasolo, President of DaVinci Networks. So welcome and thank you, Vince, for being with us today.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
All right, let's jump right into it. Okay, tell us everything you know about DaVinci Networks, Vince.
I might know a thing or two. It's been my company for, well, I started it in high school. So I've had it here. We've started roughly in 2001. I made it my full-time gig sometime around 2011. We're a small IT consulting managed service practice based in the Greater Toronto area here in Ontario. Our primary clientele is actually here in Toronto. We do have a bunch of clients that actually have multiple locations. Some places in North America, so in the US, an office in Mexico, a few offices in Europe. These would be branch offices to our primary clients here in Toronto. But we mainly focus on the small to mid-size business, the SMB market. And we are pretty much all in across. We work very horizontally, but have a few verticals that we really strive in, including construction, manufacturing, retail, the creative industry, some film and media as well.
And also, if I understand correctly, you have senior depth and breadth of experience with 50 plus years combined experience with your teams, right?
Yeah, our team probably has about, I want to say anywhere between, I never did the math, 50 to 55 years of combined experience in the field.
That's impressive. And from my understanding too, knowing ourselves as partners, because we work really well together with customers. Historically, you were a break and fix type of company. You've diversified, and you really focused in on becoming a better, more innovative managed service provider as selling bundles in the industry, because that's where the market is going.
Yeah, absolutely. So we made a conscious effort somewhere in and around 2015 to change our practice from the traditional break fix IT company to being more proactive and providing more value to our clients via managed services. So we started with a lot of the traditional managing the endpoints and maintaining the operating system and the patch management and that sort of thing. And then gradually expanded into our entire service offering and built out a service stack that we provide to our clients. They're very highly tailored to the client and to their needs. And we found that is the better way of going about the IT world these days.
And just like ourselves at ZeroSpam, we focus on security, and we spoke about this and how we partner together. And we found that the biggest challenges, right, are what you're going to talk about now. And that's part of the whole security threat that's existing today. So you kind of shifted from break and fix, managed service providing, offering bundles. Describe the biggest challenges.
Yeah, so the biggest challenge, and I think this is going to be across the board for any IT provider, is being able to deliver service in an efficient and timely manner. over and above that, these days, the threat level out in the world is so much higher in terms of cybersecurity than it was, even last year. And so the bigger challenge today is being able to deliver that service efficiently in a timely manner, but also very securely, especially with the way things have gone with COVID-19, people working from home. The standard security practices have likely been fractured across a lot of companies. Networks have become disjointed. Everything is kind of everywhere at the moment, and being able to provide that service and that security, we need to deliver it right away. Security can't happen after the fact. After the fact, you're basically dealing with the breach.
And you're not lucky, but you've built a practice with the depth and breadth that you mentioned. So you're ready to help customers all the way from the back end, which is key, all the way to the front end, including email security with ZeroSpam. So well done, well done. And we're seeing all the same challenges in the industry, especially in the SMB, small to mid-sized businesses, where they don't have the resources to be able to manage that full spectrum of a solution for themselves. So kudos on that. The other thing you mentioned too is educating the customers, right? And a lot of times the SMB customers, they don't know the gravity of being attacked and they take it for granted. And when they get hit with ransomware, wow, watch out, right? That's going to be a lot more costly than not having done anything.
Absolutely. And I think the unfortunate reality is that ransomware is something that people hear about and are aware of, but it really doesn't hit home until it actually hits home. And unfortunately, at that point, it's likely too late. We've seen it far too many times with clients that have, given us a call and said, "Hey, we've had a security breach. Our current IT provider let it happen." Fingers start to get pointed, and it's never really a great situation to be in. So I mean, in general, we like to be on the other side where we're being over secure, let's say, like really holding their hands through the security practices. And a big part of that is training the users, the end customer and the entire user base on what to look out for, how to be proactive, and obviously to be as transparent as possible with a potential risk. They accidentally clicked on something, we need to know, so we can act on it sooner rather than later. So really the educating the users is probably the biggest part of our security practice, let's say.
Fantastic. So we've seen your company and how you've grown throughout the years, how you've evolved and diversified. We've seen the challenges, and we're all facing exactly the biggest challenges, whether you're a vendor, email security cloud vendor like us at ZeroSpam, whether you're Ingram Micro across the board, or whether you're an IT MSP managed service provider like yourselves. Now, what is your approach on this? Like, what is the differentiator when you deliver these solutions? Because you spoke to me about a 68 point checklist as an example, which is a framework you have. But what is it that differentiates you, having grown to where you are, having seen the challenges, facing these challenges? How do you deliver something to the customer?
Yeah, I mean, what we found has been very successful for us and for our clients is that we approach this from a customer-centric angle. We're looking to see and understand, what is the customer's business all about? Where are they today? Where are they headed? Understanding their roadmap, understanding the challenges today and what those challenges might be as they grow, and really spending the time to audit everything that there is there. That's that that checklist that we talked about. really understanding everything and giving them a good picture of what their actual IT position is. Where do they stand in terms of best practices? Where can they improve? And what can they expect as they grow? So our approach is, again, really tailored to the client. There's a lot of stuff that is commonplace across all businesses. But understanding that business need is really the key to a successful partnership with the client.
And when you say the benefits are the KPIs, how do you measure that exactly? And when you get into the return on investment, I'm sure it's not all about cost. It's about maybe reducing your risk and reducing your people time to manage
Right,
security, I guess.
absolutely. So, within the help desk, we measure all kinds of KPIs or SLAs, the types of tickets that we're seeing and that sort of thing. Taking that information and making decisions on how to improve our service for that client, identify problem areas with users, maybe individual users where they need a little bit more help, and really showing value in that sense. The biggest KPI, it's not really a KPI, it's more of a deliverable. We're trying to deliver business outcomes, and getting to those business outcomes, it relies on sort of those KPIs. So, what are we trying to deliver? How are we getting to it? And can we show the value as we go along? The return on investment for the client is basically that they've got a team behind them, managing all of that IT, managing their vendors. We rely heavily on great partnerships with our vendors, like ZeroSpam, like Ingram, partners and vendors that have our clients' best interests in mind. So, working with those vendors, we take on the responsibility of managing those vendors in IT, and we take on the responsibility of finding ways to reduce cost. So, just by managing the IT vendors, we're reducing the amount of administrative time that staff would have to, do, chasing down invoices, chasing down what this charge is, figuring out where the duplicate charges are, making sure that we're not oversubscribed or undersubscribed for that matter. Time that we give back to the client is time for them to spend improving their part of the business, let's say.
Well, thank you for that. And I had forgotten that, but I will say it and say it again. And I appreciate what you're saying about saving the customer time, especially through the Ingram Cloud Marketplace, which is a key component of delivery and time on that, and removing that management from the customer's hands. So that's fantastic, as well as your approach is incredible, because from a ZeroSpam perspective, every customer I refer to you, I see the results. So I see that you take the right approach. I see that you're measuring the KPIs and aligning to what their goals are. And I do see the return on investment by them dealing with you directly. So thank you for that. And thank you for the partnership. Now, having said that, let's summarize this in a couple of points, okay? And I'm thinking about the three of us: Ingram Micro Cloud, that whole team that stands by across Canada, as well as DaVinci Networks and ZeroSpam. Combining the three together, we are always looking for more technology, but more technology that's solid technology, that is efficient, and at the same time is a great investment for the customer. So we're always looking for that, and we're glad to be part of Ingram Micro's partner ecosystem, also as a vendor, and having you next to us. And we're constantly looking at the best technologies, the three of us together, which ultimately gives the end user more profit, right? More profit, as you mentioned, because you're removing, things away from them that you could deliver and save them time. Therefore, they become more profit. as much as you, the MSP, becomes more profitable through a managed service bundle and a monthly recurring revenue stream, and the life cycle of your churn is less, you keep the customers longer. So it's a nice growing revenue stream for you. And for us, we're able to scale the business across Canada through the Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace. So it's a no-brainer to bring more profit to the three of us. And then we talk about more innovation. As much as you are and Ingram Micro is, we're all trying to be more innovative to the point where we are at ZeroSpam using AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning on the back end to bring that time to block and reduce that time to block from 20 minutes to 5 minutes, for example. So we're constantly pounding the R&D funding into AI and machine learning to become more innovative and give you and the customers the best solutions to secure their whole environment around email. And finally, what's more awesome than 7x24 support? You know where to text me, Vince. Anybody at Ingram Micro knows where to text me, where to find our team, including your end user customers. They can call us, they can text us, they can chat with us. We're there 24 or 7x24, as you say, available to the three partners. So that's the conclusion of our knowledge sharing session. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully you've taken some pointers from us based on our experience. Any last words, Vince?
No, man, I think that sums it all up. I mean, I can't praise the ZeroSpam partnership that we have more. It's been a huge advantage in our service stack, in our service delivery. And it is because of that, that level of support and that level of availability. Super helpful. It's made our lives a lot easier, not having to worry about the email component.
So on the behalf of Ingram Micro Cloud Canada, and of course yourself, Da Vinci Networks, Vince, thank you for being here. And I hope everybody enjoys the recording. If you have any questions whatsoever, on the screen, you have Reba Asarkar, who's the Senior Cloud Security Specialist at Ingram, that we work closely together. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Hope you've enjoyed the last 15 minutes. Thank you so much.